Did you know that, according to the National Institute on Aging (NIA), up to 65% of men over the age of 60 begin to feel that their bodies have become quieter, no longer alert in the morning, no longer waking up with a strong sense of vitality, and their energy seems to fade away in silence. But that does not mean you are becoming weaker. In fact, your body may simply be waiting for the right signal to wake up, a gentle invitation. A new rhythm from within. Today, I will take you on a journey to rediscover 3 simple ingredients already sitting in your kitchen: turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. These 3 spices do more than warm up your meals. They help warm your circulation, awaken your energy, and support your hormone balance as you age. If you are over 60, please take a few minutes to watch this video until the end. It might change the way you care for your health each day. Which country are you watching from? Leave a comment below. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to share this video as a gift of health to your loved ones. Once men reach their 60s, many begin to believe that every change in their body is simply a natural part of aging. Reduced vitality, slower movements, and quieter emotions all seem like inevitable consequences of getting older. But what if I told you that the real cause is not your age on paper, but something happening deep within your bloodstream? In more than 30 years of supporting the health of older men, I have discovered one crucial truth. The root cause of declining energy is not age itself, it is silent inflammation. This type of inflammation does not cause sharp pain. It does not give you a high fever, but it quietly damages the lining of your blood vessels, which play a key role in regulating circulation, hormone signaling, and supporting your body's natural vitality. When the inner lining of your blood vessels becomes inflamed, the production of nitric oxide, a compound that helps blood vessels relax and allows blood to flow, is disrupted. Blood no longer flows strongly as it once did. The organs that rely on steady blood supply to maintain energy and hormone function begin to weaken. They stop receiving enough oxygen, nutrients, and hormone signals. As a result, your body becomes slower, colder, less motivated, and disconnected from itself. Even more concerning, this inflammation is often triggered by familiar but quietly harmful habits: processed foods, refined sugar, bad fats, lack of physical activity, poor sleep, and chronic stress. Thankfully, nature always offers a way to heal if we are willing to listen. I still remember a research trip many years ago to a small farm on the outskirts of Texas, where nature seemed to whisper things that modern medicine sometimes forgets. There, I met Emily, a female goat with intelligent brown eyes and a unique habit that forever changed the way I look at health. Each morning, Emily was set free to roam along a fence lined with wild grass, bushes, and herbs. But unlike other animals who grazed indiscriminately, Emily carefully selected each leaf and plant. She walked slowly, sniffed, observed, and then gently nibbled on blades of grass that looked ordinary to the naked eye. Curious, I asked the farmer to identify the plants she was choosing, and to my surprise, most of them were herbs known for their anti-inflammatory, digestive, and energy-restoring properties such as mint, mugwort, and rosemary. No one had trained Emily. She did not read books, yet her body knew exactly what it needed to heal. From that moment on, I stopped seeing plants as just decorative spices. I began to believe that we, as human beings, once had that same natural wisdom, somewhere along the path of modern life. We simply forgot how to listen to our own bodies. If a goat can choose the right herbs to heal itself, then maybe the human body is also trying to send us signals. We just need to sit still and listen. If there is one herb I wish every man over the age of 60 had in his kitchen, it would be turmeric. Not because of its bright golden color or its warm, earthy aroma, but because inside that small root lies a compound that can transform how your body circulates blood, regulates hormones, and revives energy that may seem long gone. The key ingredient in turmeric is curcumin, a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. Curcumin not only soothes blood vessels silently damaged by chronic inflammation, but it also helps regenerate the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. This is where nitric oxide is produced, which plays a crucial role in allowing blood to flow smoothly throughout the body, including to the prostate and urinary system. I clearly remember the case of Sam, a 65-year-old former truck driver who often felt tired and said his body felt like a balloon slowly leaking air, and I didn't know why. Sam had no serious illness, but his energy was low, his sleep was poor, his mood was heavy, and he felt disconnected from himself. When he began taking turmeric daily, just half a teaspoon, mixed with warm water and a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption, Sam noticed nothing unusual during the first few days. But by the second week, he said, I don't feel heavy in the morning anymore. My hands and feet are warmer. My mind feels lighter. And I'm starting to feel like myself again. What Sam experienced was not a miracle. It was the natural result of reduced inflammation, improved circulation, and balanced hormone function in aging. When blood begins to flow freely and hormone signals awaken, the body knows how to recover on its own. You do not need to force it. You just need to give it the right conditions and be consistent. Turmeric does not work overnight, but when used regularly, it sends your body a powerful message. I am helping you heal slowly but steadily. There is a kind of warmth that cannot be measured by a thermometer. It is the feeling of blood flowing gently into the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. It is the warmth that seeps into every vanger and every space between, like a quiet spring breeze knocking softly from within. It is the feeling that you are still alive. And sometimes, just a slice of fresh ginger is enough to awaken the energy that has fallen asleep inside a man over 60. Ginger, it may sound all too familiar, but behind its spicy aroma and warm flavor lies a strength that few truly recognize. Gingerol, the main compound in ginger, has the ability to dilate tiny blood vessels and increase circulation to areas often forgotten by aging, including the brain, extremities, reproductive system, and urinary tract. These areas do not need a lot of blood, but they do need the right amount, steady and deep. I remember Jim, 71 years old, living alone after his wife passed away. During our first appointment, he said very little. He just sighed softly and said, I don't feel anything anymore. It's not just physical. I don't feel alive. His eyes seemed to drift far from the present moment. I knew this was not just poor circulation. It was a deeper disconnect between body and spirit. I guided Jim to start each morning with a cup of warm ginger tea, just a few slices of crushed ginger soaked in warm water. Simple, gentle, no grand intentions, just an invitation for blood to return and for the mind to come home. 2 weeks later, he came back and for the first time, he smiled. "I don't feel empty anymore," he said. "There's warmth in my hands again, and in the morning. I want to do something. Not a lot, but something real." What Jim felt was not only improved circulation. Ginger also stimulates the central nervous system and helps increase the production of dopamine and serotonin, two neurotransmitters closely linked to positive emotions, motivation, and connection. Ginger is not a medicine, it is a reminder, a gentle whisper that emotion, energy, and life have never truly disappeared. They are simply waiting to be invited back, with patience, softness, and 1 cup of ginger tea a day. There are afternoons when your mind feels foggy, like a thin mist has quietly settled in. It is not because you are overly tired, but because something inside your body has slipped out of its natural rhythm. For many men over 60, that feeling often comes from blood sugar imbalance. And it affects more than you might think. When your blood sugar fluctuates too much, your body does not just feel tired or sleepy. It quietly suffers in deeper ways through damage to blood vessels, nerves, and even the hormonal system. High blood sugar increases inflammation, weakens vessel walls, and disrupts ICE hormone signals that support aging health. Among the first to feel the impact are the prostate and male hormone functions. I once met Thomas, a 66-year-old man with a tall, strong frame, but a constantly tired expression. He said he woke up groggy, felt drained after lunch, and by evening had no energy left to connect with himself or his wife. He simply had no energy to live a full day. After testing, we found that his blood sugar levels were fluctuating dramatically. I suggested he try adding a little Ceylon cinnamon to his morning routine, just half a teaspoon, sprinkled on his oatmeal or stirred into his coffee. A small habit, easy to maintain. 3 weeks later, Thomas came back and said he felt like he had returned to his normal rhythm. He felt more awake in the morning, no longer crashed in the afternoon, and by evening, he said he felt a quiet warmth in his heart, a feeling he thought he had lost long ago. Cinnamon does more than add fragrance to your kitchen. In medicine, it is known as a spice that helps stabilize insulin, protect hormone-producing cells, and soothe the central nervous system. It helps energy flow without interruption. Emotions remain steady, and vitality stay present throughout the day. If you have been struggling to bring your body back into balance, then a little cinnamon each day might be the gentle answer your body has been waiting for. And when all three of nature's gifts come together, something truly remarkable begins to happen. Each herb plays its own role in the body's healing journey. Turmeric soothes, ginger awakens, cinnamon keeps everything running in rhythm. But the real magic does not lie in each ingredient alone. It happens the moment you bring them together in harmony. That is when your body does not just recover in parts, it begins to come alive as a whole. I call it the golden vitality drink, a simple yet refined recipe. Just half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, a few slices of fresh ginger or a pinch of ginger powder. Mix into warm water and stir gently. Drink it early in the morning or before bedtime. No complexity, no rush, just steady consistency each day. When turmeric begins to calm inflamed blood vessels. When ginger brings blood back to places long neglected. When cinnamon stabilizes blood sugar and hormone levels. That is when your body starts to remember how it used to function. It remembers what it feels like to be alive with clarity of mind, warmth in the limbs, and a renewed connection to self. I have witnessed many patients over the age of 60 try this blend and describe the changes as a gentle but unmistakable wave of vitality. Some said they no longer felt foggy in the morning. Some noticed their hands were finally warm after months of coldness. Others spoke of a deeper sense of closeness not rushed, but meaningful. Healing does not come from intensity. It comes from rhythm, a little turmeric, a little ginger, a little cinnamon, like 3 notes of background music, reminding your body that you are still alive and that you can still live fully, just like you once did. Henry walked into the clinic with a quiet presence. The 68-year-old man was a retired engineer, living with his wife of over 40 years, yet carrying a sadness he could not quite name. When I asked what brought him here, he answered softly, almost in a whisper, "I love my wife, but for nearly a year now, I haven't felt anything. No drive, no motivation. And I'm starting to fear that part of me is gone forever." He was not looking for a pill. He was not hoping for a quick fix. He just wanted to know, was there still a chance to feel like himself again? I shared with him the Golden Vitality drink, 1 cup of warm water each morning, with turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. I told him he did not need to push himself. He just needed to send his body a gentle signal each day, and be patient, and listen. 3 weeks later, Henry came back. His face looked brighter. He said his hands and feet were no longer cold. He woke up in the morning feeling lighter. And then, one early morning, something he thought had disappeared simply returned. No pressure, no expectation, just his body remembering how to live again. For Henry, that moment was not just the return of vitality, it was the return of himself. A quiet affirmation that he was not broken. His body had never abandoned him. It had only been waiting for the right kind of care. Before you open your spice cabinet and begin your journey with turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon, I want to share a few sincere words, because even though these are natural herbs, they still carry real power. And like any form of power, they must be used properly. First, if you are currently taking blood-thinning medications such as aspirin or warfarin, please consult your doctor before using turmeric or ginger daily. Both of these herbs can enhance anticoagulant effects, which may impact safety if not monitored. For those who have a history of gallstones or gallbladder issues, turmeric may cause mild discomfort. The best advice is to start very slowly, use small amounts, and observe your body over the first few days. As for cinnamon, choose Ceylon cinnamon instead of cassia cinnamon, while cassia is more common. It contains a compound that may negatively affect the liver with long-term use. Ceylon cinnamon is safer, gentler, and more effective for supporting blood sugar balance. The recommended daily amount is half a teaspoon for each ingredient. You can mix them into warm water and add a bit of honey or lemon to make it easier to drink. You can take it in the morning or at night as long as you stay consistent. You do not need to drink a lot. You just need to be regular. Each sip is a message to your body that you are taking care of it, and your body will quietly respond in its own way. When you are ready, the healing journey will begin. By the time you reach these final lines, perhaps you are already beginning to look at your body through a different lens, not with blame or frustration, but with a deeper realization that your body has never abandoned you. It has simply been quietly waiting for you to send it a gentle signal, an invitation to return to truly living together. We have explored 3 familiar yet powerful spices. Turmeric soothes inflammation, supports circulation, and helps aging hormones function smoothly. Ginger awakens the blood flow, stirs the feeling of being alive, and reconnects you with yourself. Cinnamon helps keep everything in balance from blood sugar to emotions and natural vitality. When these 3 ingredients come together, they form a healing symphony, not loud, not rushed, but deep enough to awaken energy from within. You do not need to start with anything big. Just 1 cup of warm water each morning with a little turmeric, a little ginger, and a little cinnamon. Like watering a small sprout. And from there, just a little bit each day. Your body will begin to remember how to be well, how to live fully, how to return to who you truly are. If you do just 1 small thing today, let it be this. Boil the water, add the spices, sit down, and listen to yourself. That might be the very first step to restoring the energy, joy, and connection you thought had faded with time. If you found today's message helpful, please hit subscribe and share it with a loved one. We will continue to bring you more guidance on herbs, nutrition, and gentle ways to support your health and vitality as you age naturally, safely, and with inspiration.